still be happy. You can do whatever you like. You don't have to be ready.
Hey cuties, and welcome back to another CC haul. Today I have over 150 new CC items for both your male and your female Sims for you. As always, you can find links to everything in the description down below, and I'll also make sure to link you to a playlist full of my previous CC hauls if you're in need of more CC after today's video. But without further ado, let's get straight into this one. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're gonna have a great weekend as always. Because there is so many CC items today, this video is going to be a bit longer, so you know the drill by now. Grab a snack, grab a drink, grab whatever you need to be comfy for the next few minutes, and let's just sit back, relax, let's talk about life, let's talk about the CC items I have here for a little bit, because some people have said that they want me to talk about the CC items a bit more. I think I just get so sidetracked with talking about all these different things in my life that I totally forget what the video is about. But yes, that's quite a lot of CC items here. Sadly, not as many CC items for male Sims. There were a lot more in the last CC haul. That was like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago, something like that, a long time ago. And also I have like a bunch of videos that are focused simply on just male CC, and I have a whole playlist of like CC collection videos, CC showcase videos, and there's a bunch of male CC there, so it's okay. There's enough in everyone's game hopefully by now, but still, I always get excited for male CC. There is, however, a great amount of like super cute hairstyles. There's some really cute tops, full body outfits for females. There's 2 really cute full body outfits for males as well that I'm excited to show you at the end of the video. And yeah, that's that. There is, oh my god, my favorite CC creator for hairstyles is Sims Trouble, and she just makes the best like long hairstyles. They're always so gorgeous. It's also featured in the thumbnail, so you will have seen that already. And the only thing that I wish though is when she has highlights for her hairstyles. So in that hairstyle you can change like the braids and like a few strands of hair around it and make that a different color, which is so much fun. I don't know, I love playing around with that. I never use it on my Sims. I always use it for like thumbnails, and then I don't know, I should use it more. I think it's just because I use it for one hairstyle and then I'm like, well, but if I use a different hairstyle for her like formal wear, it's gonna be weird because she's not gonna have the front of her hair dyed. I guess it doesn't matter, it's just the Sims, you know, but I just wish that it wasn't a different category to the face paint, because it's always in the face paint category, these things, at least for her hairstyles, or mostly. I don't know if some are in the hat category. I love when they just put it in the hat category because I never use hats, and I don't know, I feel like it's the easiest for me to give up that category for an accessory for the hair. I think they could also put it in like the piercing section. That would make sense to me, but I have this really cute highlighter that I love using on my Sims, and I use it literally every single time on every single Sims for probably 2 years now or something. I have not found a better one. I'm obsessed with it, and I can't use that when I use details on the hair that are in the face paint category. So I'm always a bit like, no, why can't this be in hats? Because I love using them, but it is what it is. So there's that. There's also a CC creator that I really started loving this year is Twisted Cat, and her, oh my god, her clothing items have just become so incredibly great. They're just so well made, like such high quality. The color schemes are always amazing. There's always this one, like, it's a bit off-white, I guess. There's one off-white swatch that I'm obsessed with because it just looks so good with the shaders that I'm using. I don't know, I'm just obsessed. I think the things that, like, everything I get from her, I'm like, I already know this will be like top-notch quality. Nothing will be wrong with it. And just get excited. She only usually does like small CC packs with a few things, but oh my god, every time I see there's something new I'm like, this is amazing. Also have a new pack by Serenity that is out for public access now. which is amazing. I mean, I feel like everyone who loves CC knows Serenity at this point, probably because they just have the best, like just the best packs. They're always cute, always high quality. The swatches are always great. I love that they always put pattern swatches and solid swatches into the same item, so you don't have like a million different items, because the swatches with patterns and the plain swatches are like separated, so that is good. I feel like now I've said everything about the CC. Now I've got like into such a deep dive about all of this. But yeah, I am not doing very well this week. I hope you guys are better. I have been feeling I've been feeling very sick. Today's the first day where it's a little bit like on the up, but it started last weekend, and I don't know, because I wake up with a blocked nose, and I do still have a blocked nose. You can probably tell like I'm breathing heavy and stuff. My bad. So I do have a bit of a blocked nose, but my nose is not runny or anything, so I don't get that. It's not like your typical cold, you know, I'm just sitting here blowing my nose over and over and over again. So don't know what it is. If I talk for an extended period of time, or sometimes at night, I get like coughing fits, but not usually during the day. And then the worst part is just that my body aches, like, oh, you know, the body aches you get when you have colds or whatever. So I don't know what exactly this is because it feels like a cold, but without some of the symptoms of a cold. Like, definitely my body aches, I'm very weak, I get out of breath easily, I'm a bit like dizzy-ish. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just not feeling great. And I'm hoping that's finally going to get better, because I felt like that for so long now. Well, about a week. And I have so much to do for university this semester, and I'm falling behind, and it's stressing me out because I was like so just on schedule with everything. Even though last week I had to like make my own schedule for some things that usually the uni provides, which is better for me. I had to make my own schedule, but I was still on my own schedule, and everything was going well. I was surprised with myself, because I'm usually like so good at procrastinating and doing everything else but the things I'm supposed to do. So I was just proud of myself, and now I've fallen behind, and I'm stressed. I mean, realistically, it's fine. I feel like I also don't mind doing a bit of uni during the weekends, because I just pretty much didn't do a lot during the week, so I had a lot of time of doing nothing, so I can be doing uni tomorrow and on Sunday or whatever. It's just that I hate that feeling of falling behind. It makes me feel so anxious, and because I never actually am on time, I'm always just off schedule, I feel like I get anxious, and it's not good. I could save myself so much like anxiety just by being on schedule, but I guess that's not in the books for me. I don't know. I've also gotten back into like my Love is Blind era. I have like these times of watching reality TV on Netflix. I think it's a lot nicer and it doesn't feel as scripted as some other reality TV. I don't like when it feels super scripted and you can tell that, you know, nothing is real. And I think obviously everything is scripted to an extent and cut or edited in a certain way so it comes across a certain way, but I mean, people still say the things that they say, so that's interesting. I've just finished the UK season of Love is Blind, and it was very interesting because there was a couple that I absolutely fell in love with from like the first episode. And little spoiler warning, if you haven't watched it, just skip ahead 10 seconds or whatever. I was just upset because they didn't end up staying together even though they're married, and it made me so upset. I was not happy about that. But I could also tell that there definitely is a big difference between Love is Blind UK and the US one. I think from a European's perspective, a lot of the times when I watch the US one, I'm like, oh my god, this is like so dramatic. Everyone is talking like it's a movie. I feel like none of these feelings are real because everyone's just like so over the top. And it would be interesting to me to hear if Americans also perceive it that way, or if you feel like that's natural because that's what you grow up with and it's just like a different way of expressing your feelings and thoughts. Because here, the things that they say, first of all, that's very like there's a lot of like very extreme words they're using, and I think for at least for Germans that is like, we don't talk like that, like I don't know. It's kind of just literally what is in movies but not real life, and it can feel a bit fake because of that sometimes. There was also, oh my god, if you've watched this season's Love is Blind, there was a guy in the pods who was like an art dealer or something, and he stressed me out so much. Like, first of all, he would not shut up about how rich he is, but how he's scared that a woman only wants to date him because he's rich. And I was like, well, shut up about it then. You don't have to tell anyone. Like, go into these pods, date women. You can literally just be like, I work with art, I deal art, whatever. But he kept telling all these women how rich he was, and then he was like dating 2 women, and kind of, it felt really gross how he did it, how he went about it, because it felt like he knew that one of them was like more what people consider like stereotypically attractive or something, and I felt like he was like leaning towards that. But then as soon as the other woman fell in love with a different guy, he was like, oh no, like you were the one for me, and he made like all of this like super dramatic speech and was like not letting her talk, and she was crying and overwhelmed, and he just kept like pushing and pushing and pushing, and it felt so fake as well what he was saying. I was like, you're not actually involved in it. Like, you just, I don't know, it just felt so gross. I had to skip so much of that conversation as well, because I was like, oh my god, I literally cannot stand this man. And I don't understand how other people can listen to him and think what he says is real, because it just felt so off. He was like the biggest walking red flag that I've seen in a while, and he just stressed me out. And then after all of that, he went to the other woman and was like, oh, actually, I want you. And I was like, that's not what you said. Like, that's definitely not what you said. And it was just so wrong and weird. And I mean, I didn't like any of the women he was dating that much in particular, but you know, I like them a lot better than him. One of them is like so critical with her fiance. I feel really bad for him. Like, there's just little things that he wants to do, and it was so uncomfortable actually. Like, if you've watched it, when they met with her brother and her fiance, it was so awkward, because you could tell that the brother also has issues with his sister, where she would just say really mean things, but then say it's a joke, and if someone else says something, she's like butthurt and doesn't perceive it as a joke. And it was just so weird to see that dynamic. Like, it was so unfun, the whole situation, even though she tried to say that she's just joking around and whatever. And I was like, no, you're just being mean and like saying what you want to say to your fiance, like that you don't like certain things about him, but you say it as a joke, and that's just mean. That's just mean and hurtful. And then in front of her brother as well, who's supposed to like just get to know this guy, and then he hears all of these things about him. But I feel like the brother and the fiance had a bit of a bonding moment, which was nice to see, but also a bit weird, because he obviously was like hurt by a lot of the things his sister did. I don't know, that was so uncomfy to watch. I felt like I was way too deep into that like families issue. I was like, should this really be on Netflix for people to see? Like, that feels oddly personal, I don't know. And there's that. I honestly do not know who's gonna get married. I don't even know if those episodes are out yet, because I haven't fully caught up with what's up right now. Like, I've just passed them meeting the family and stuff. And now comes the boring part. I don't know if it's just me, because I'm not the most romantic person, but the wedding ceremonies for me, I always skip so much of it and just skip to the part where they say yes or no, because I don't know, everything around it to me just feels a bit like, oh, come on. Do we need this? And there's one couple that seems absolutely adorable, but they're like pointing towards some drama happening there, which I hope is just one of those where they cry about something else, or it's not that big of a deal or whatever, and it's just getting blown out of proportion to be a cliffhanger a little bit. Because that couple reminds me of in the very first season, there was a couple, oh, I forgot their name. Was it Cameron and Bliss? Bliss was in a different season. Was he called Cameron though? I don't remember, but there's one couple and they're still together, and I think they're having a kid now, and they have a dog, and they're so cute, and it kind of reminded me of them a little bit, just because they're so like wholesome with each other, and they share the same kind of humor, and they're a bit dorky and nerdy, and it's just so cute. I don't know, that's like with these things you're like, oh, this experiment can genuinely work if there's two people that get on with each other, and I feel like they're both individually like very nice people, and that is just so cute to see. Like every time I see them, I feel like they do not get enough screen time because there's not that much drama happening, but I just love their banter. Like they're so cute together, the way they talk to each other, it's just adorable. I want to see more of that and less of like the brother saying mean things about his sister and vice versa. I don't know. I think I'll watch reality TV for the wrong reasons because it's supposed to be a lot of drama. But anyways, with that said, video's coming to an end real soon here. I hope you enjoyed all of the CC, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you all next time. Bye!